Hey there DIYers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be building some shelves for our sheds. I got actually 4 of them to build, so let's get to it. Okay, so I drew up on a computer here. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll put actually a graphic up on the screen here if you can't see that. Now, it's basically going to be 4 levels of shelves, and it's going to be 2 feet deep by 8 feet wide by 5 feet tall. So in order to do that, I've got 2x4s. I bought 10 footers and 8 footers. The 10 footers I'm going to cut in half. So that'll be the 5 feet tall. I'm actually going to rip them in half, and so that's what the all the framing is going to be. Is going to be half a ripped down 2x4. So I built some for my wife's she shed a couple years ago, and they super strong. You put well over 300 pounds on thing, and they're very strong. So feel very good for what I'm going to build. So I'm going to build 2 for this shed and then 2 for that shed. This one we're designating to my wife, and then this one is mine. So anyway, let's go ahead and start ripping down some 2x4s. Okay, so I got my saw out and got this marked at 2 inches, or 2 feet. Okay, now I got that, I can just quickly and it looks like they had scammed in some of the shorter boards on me, so I have to get some more boards. But yeah, so they're not the full 8 footers. When I got these, picked them up from the Home Depot, some of the 96 and whatever, 92, and yeah, so they were, I got gypped. Anyway, go ahead and get the rest of these ripped down. Okay, so now I got all my little 2 footers cut to size. Now I'm going to take some of these 10 footers and cut them in half, so I can then have my 5 foot post for each one. So just go ahead. There's this till I get 5 foot. Yep, just like that. Just check to make sure these are both the same height, and they're not. They're slightly off, so I'll go ahead and make them the same. Okay. Now that I have that one, I can just use this one as my measuring guide for the rest of them. And I'm good to go. Okay, so as I said before, these, what I thought were 8-footers, are actually only 9 2.5 inches long. So when I'm using that as my total overall width of the shelf, I'd have to trim my 4x8 boards in order to fit. So to compensate, because I've been splitting these all in half for all of my supports, these end pieces I'm going to put on the outside of each one, and so that'll make up that extra 3.5 inches to give me my 8-foot. So it's going to work out by constructing them this way. So at this point, I'm going to build my 4 shelving frames, and once I get those built, then I'll put the posts, the legs on all of them. So we'll go ahead and get that going here. Okay. Just like that. Now get the other side. Just like that. I just need to build 3 more. Okay, so I've got all my shelving frames done, and now I'm going to attach those to the legs, the post, and get these things assembled. So what I'm going to do is, because this board, I'm not taking all the time to, you know, pre-drill the for the screw or anything, so the wood is splitting somewhat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come on the inside here and bolt it into this lengthwise one, because this end one was more prone to splitting. So I'm going to screw it into there, and this is actually going to be the bottom. No, I want it to be so that this shelving frame is not touching the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it one of these widths up. So I'm just going to fill that with my hand and just see where that's at. And then here I'll just drill right down into the wood there and get this one secured. Actually, let me move you so you can see better. Okay, so I've got this. This is this right flush with the top of that. So I know it's going to be that width. And I'm just going to take a screw here and take it from here down into that one. Just like that. Yep. Now go ahead and do the other end. Again, I'll put that there. Like that. Yep. I just need to do the center one. Just like that. All right. Now that I got that, I just need to determine how far up I want the next shelf and keep going. One thing I want to do, I don't know if you can see in here, this is the first one I made. See how there's not a lot of room, so this shelf is really too high. So I think I'm actually going to move this shelving unit over here, so I'll be able to make use of a little bit more of the elevation there on the roof. So I think the other ones I'm gonna have, so they're about here. So I have to divide up and evenly space those, because I don't think I want that high up, so I don't have room for much stuff up there. So I'll get those measured and basically repeat the same thing that I've done here with this one. Get these things together. All right, folks, so wrapping up final day of getting these shelves built. So I've got them on. Again, I made those out of 2x4s that I just split in half. And then I built a total of 4. They're 2 foot wide by 8 feet long with 4 shelves. And then I built 2 5 feet wide, and 2 feet deep. One of them with 3 shelves and one with 4 shelves. And now all I gotta do is just cut the boards for the shelves themselves, and I'm done. Get them set in. And what I'm gonna do, I've got this, I picked this offline, which I'll put the link down below. This one itself has been discontinued, so I'll give you the link to the one that's similar to this that actually looks like just a little better quality. So I'll send a link to this. What this does is it gives you the functionality of like a track saw, using your circular saw that will mount in there and allow you to, at a lot cheaper, this one costs like $54 compared to what a track saw costs. Gives you the same functionality, but again, it's at a much reduced cost. So we're gonna get this hooked up, start cutting my boards, and then we'll get wrapped up. All right, so first thing you wanna do is, of course, get all your little clamps here loosened up so that you can get that securely in there. So we'll get this in here. So looks like this won't quite fit. This thing's in the way, so actually I'm pulling the safety guard up so it'll allow it to slide in slightly, but it's still plenty free from the metal, so I know that I'm not actually hitting anything. So I'm good there. So now I got that, I can go ahead and move these over into position to hold it down. Basically it's like clamping it down. I can remove the battery here to get to this one. Maybe. It didn't look like I'm going to be able to get this rear one back here. I guess no. I think this corner one over here is going to be able to. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. Well, maybe. Looks like, okay, I can get it clamped down. Yep. A little bit anyway. All right, so I got that one. Go and get both of these down. Just using pressure, holding it down. I want to make sure that I got this nice and square, even with that, so it's giving me a square cut when I go to actually cut my boards. Okay. Put this tight, this one down. Yep. Yep. This one's in the way of my battery now, so this one back here in the corner I can't get down, so I got 3 that are holding it. It should be sufficient. So just tighten that down so it won't be rattling. Okay. Get my battery back in. And I'm just gonna check, make sure it's free and clear. So you can see there, it's not hitting anything. So I'm good to go. So let's actually okay. So good to go there. Looks like everything's good. So from here, I'm just ready to just go ahead and get this measured for the length of the boards and get this thing cut. So I'm gonna be doing 24 inches. And let's see, looks like this is just in meters or centimeters. So I'll just have to do the conversion. Go ahead and bring this over here to my boards I'm going to be cutting. Okay, so what I'll do is measure here just shy of 2 feet, maybe let's do 23 3/4 inches. Yep. So I got that measured like so. And I'll take the saw. Get where the blade's going to be right there. 23 and a half inches, and be going here along this guide. This guide's just going to stay along here and it'll let me do that straight cut. So make sure that I got a free wheel. I'm good to go there. And here I'm just going to hold on this side, keeping it nice and square onto this board, and just going to run along. Let me get this stuff out of the way so it doesn't vibrate and get in the way. Okay, here we go. That seemed to work pretty good. Okay, gave me a nice straight cut. I've always had that problem before with, use a circular saw when you're sawing something long and you didn't have, a track saw. It was just, although you try to cut along the line as straight as you can, it does do a little bit of a zigzagging here, in and out. But this right here gave me a nice straight cut. And to prove it, I can put it here on this board, and yep, don't see any gap in there at all. So it gave me a nice straight cut. Beautiful. So these are going to be my boards. So looking over here, these are going to be my boards that I'll be using for my shelving units. And look at that. So beautiful. So I'll just be doing, there will be 2 for each one all along. Just get up there and see that. So yeah, board's just sitting on there like that, and just do it. So there'll be 2 for each of these 8-foot ones, and that'll go on there beautiful. So tell you, let's go ahead and do some time lapse here and listen to some good music, and we'll get these things knocked out. Awesome. So in summary, this track guide really does a great job for quick work, and it's nice and accurate. So I felt confident I was able to rip all through, get exactly the same measurement on every board I cut, and it's nice and straight. And show you, go ahead and got my shelves all done. Well, not all done, but mostly. So I've got the boards there, got them all cut. I'm gonna need to cut some more. Ran out of board basically, but yep, there we go. So again, I'll put a link down below for the one that's similar to this, that is just as good, if not better. And anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, hit the notification for upcoming videos, and until next time.